All right, let's dive in. Today, we're unpacking Adobe's huge new leap into artificial intelligence. They have just rolled out a whole new suite of AI copilots, and honestly, the goal here is to completely change how businesses get work done. This is a question that probably hits home for a lot of companies. So many businesses right now feel like they're just stuck. They're trapped in this complex maze, drowning in customer data that's all over the place, while trying to create these one-on-one personalized experiences. It's a massive operational headache.
And that's exactly what we're calling it, the modern business maze. You've got this huge challenge of trying to manage these massive, siloed streams of customer data. But at the same time, you need to personalize everything at scale. So how do you find your way out?
Okay, so let's get into the solution that Adobe's putting on the table. Instead of just giving us more tools to juggle, they're introducing a totally new kind of partner, AI agents. And listen, these are not just your typical assistants, they're designed to be like autonomous members of your team.
So, what in the world is agentic AI? Well, think of it less like a simple chatbot and more like an intelligent system you can actually give a goal to. It then goes off, understands that goal, makes its own decisions, and takes action to handle really complex tasks. We're talking about creating automated team members that don't just help out, they can manage entire operations all on their own.
And Adobe hasn't just built one of these things. Nope, they've rolled out a full suite of these agents, and each one is a specialist for a super critical business function. Everything from digging into data and optimizing your website to building out entire customer journeys. It's the whole shebang. And these agents have incredibly specific, really powerful roles. For instance, the Data Insights agent, it can spot opportunities a human team might totally miss. The experimentation agent can actually predict how a change will impact customer conversion before you even push it live. And the audience agent, it just intelligently builds out high-value customer groups for you. Each one is a little powerhouse. So what's the engine that's making all of this run? Well, it all happens on one central platform, the Adobe Experience Platform, or as you'll hear it called, AEP. The AEP is really the foundation that pulls it all together. It unifies all of a company's own first-party data, so there's finally a single source of truth. And from there, businesses can build and deploy these AI agents, sometimes with something as simple as just typing in a question in plain English.
And the potential impact here, it's just staggering. A study from MIT found that teams using similar AI agents saw a 60% productivity boost per employee. Think about that. That frees up a massive amount of time for more creative, high-level work.
And this really gets to the heart of the whole strategy. As Adobe's Angelo Bombry puts it, it's all about using that new productivity to deliver personalized experiences at a scale that was pretty much impossible before, which, at the end of the day, drives real business growth. But look, with any powerful new technology like this, it's never just a simple magic bullet, right? It is absolutely crucial that we look at both sides of the coin here, the incredible opportunities and the very real challenges that are going to come along with them. On one hand, the promise is absolutely huge. We're talking hyper-personalization, insane efficiency gains, and smoother workflows that just get products out the door faster. But, on the other hand, it brings up some really serious questions about data privacy, about businesses giving up some direct control, and the need for big cultural shifts and, of course, retraining employees.
And when you look at the promise side, the results are pretty compelling. Research shows that when this AI-driven personalization is done right, 80% of customers actually report higher satisfaction. It's something people really notice and they appreciate.
So how is Adobe planning to handle the peril side? Well, they're really pushing what they call responsible AI. The whole idea is to make the AI's outputs totally transparent and verifiable. So businesses aren't just blindly trusting some black box, they can actually see the data behind the insights, which is absolutely critical for building trust.
So this brings us to the most important point, really. What does this whole strategic shift actually mean for the future of business and for all the people who work in it? Industry experts are all pretty clear on this. Success isn't just about buying the latest tech. It actually requires a fundamental strategic shift. First, companies have got to break down those data silos to give the AI the clean fuel it needs to run. Then, they have to encourage real collaboration across different departments. And finally, they need to completely rethink training to focus on how humans and AI can work together in the best way possible.
And that really brings us to our final thought. AI copilots are not science fiction anymore. They're here.
The question has changed. It's no longer if we will work with them, but how. As automation starts to handle all the insights, the real challenge for us becomes a lot more interesting. What is the new role for human creativity?